All right, in this video, we're going to learn how to add pictures to our clips. This is important because we're not just going to talk to the camera during our documentaries. We want to add pictures. In fact, most of it should be pictures and or videos. It shouldn't be me in here at all. So let's learn how to do that very important step. Now, the important button is still this big red button. We're still going to hit this button and we're still going to record our sound. But we're going to do it over a picture. So how do we add pictures? Well, of course, there is a library button right here. And this library button is going to give us access to our camera library. So if you hit the button and it says, can clips have access to your library? You say yes. So when we do that, you can see that I've got some pictures over here. I've got some videos of me. I've got some pictures of steam locomotives and horses and carts and all sorts of things. So let's pick this one right here. And once it's in, you can see it's there. You can't see me anymore because it's the thing in front. Now I can zoom out by pinching, or I could zoom way in by squeezing my fingers out. But let's find a spot where I think I like it, maybe right here. And then what we're gonna do, this is gonna be really easy for us to just hit the red button, and then I'm gonna read my script. I'm gonna read the part of my script that makes sense with this photograph at the beginning. So I'm gonna say, I'm going to push and hold. Steam locomotives were an important invention that made big changes in the world. Then I let go. And now, if I hit the X in the corner, I come back, and now you can see right here is my clip of me talking over my picture. So let's listen and see what that looks like. Steam locomotives were an important invention that made big changes in the world. Okay, there's my first picture and my first sentence. But that's not my whole documentary, so let's add another one. So let's go back to the library. The next thing I want to talk about is how hard transportation was. It took a long time to travel from place to place. So let's look at these pictures and talk about how it took a long time to travel. Let's see. Maybe let's do this one right here. It's kind of a cute picture with all those girls in the cart. So let's do that one. I'm going to push and hold. Before there were trains, transportation was difficult. It took a long time to travel from place to place. Okay. Hit the X. There we go. Now I have two clips. I have my first sentence right here. I have my second sentence right here. And I'm going to add my third sentence right here. But I'm going to show you a really cool trick. We can actually move the picture as the thing is recording. Do you remember last time where I showed you how to use this and you push and drag it to the left to make it record hands-free? Well, that's going to be important in this one because I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to touch the screen with my finger, and I can move the picture around. I can zoom in by pinching like that, or I can zoom out, or not by pinching, by spreading my fingers, and I can zoom in by pinching. And I'm going to use that on this next picture. So my next one is about getting goods to where they were sold. Not many goods could be transported at once. So let's go back to pictures. I really like this one right here because this one shows how there's a lot of trains, but you notice how I couldn't see all of the picture in that one? So I'm going to find a starting place that I like. Maybe I'm going to start over here. I'm going to say, okay, here's all my horses. And then as I record, I'm going to just drag my finger and I'm going to move this along. I'm going to pan all the way over to here so you can see how long this is. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky. I might have to do it more than once, but let's see. So I'm going to push and hold the red button, and then I'm just going to gently move my finger over. And let's see how that works. I'll find my spot here, okay, in my script. Here we push and hold. Getting goods to where they would be sold also took a long time. Not many goods could be transported at once. People were always looking for ways to move faster and travel more efficiently. Now, that didn't look super smooth when I did it. It kind of choppy. Clips is pretty cool, though. Clips automatically smooths it out for you. So let's look at the difference between what I just did and what Clips actually had for me. So let's play this. Getting goods to where they would be sold also took a long time. Not many goods could be transported at once. People were always looking for ways to move faster and travel more efficiently. How cool is that? That looked awesome. That was so nice and smooth. Did you see how it just kind of glided along? That was so cool. And you can zoom in on things, or you could zoom out. So let's try another one where we zoom in on something and zoom out. Let's see. My next sentence is about before there were trains, people used to pull horses to pull carts. So let's try that one. Then they learned that if they built tracks. Let's see. I had one with tracks. Where is it? Let's do this one first. Okay, so I could start zoomed in on these guys, and then as I go, I can zoom out. So I'm going to start with these guys right here, and then I'm going to push and hold. Before there were trains, people used horses to pull carts. Then they learned that if... Oh, no, I don't like that at all. Stop that. See how I stumbled there? I don't want to do that, so I'm going to re-record that a little bit. Got to make sure I'm following here. Let's try this again. All right. Before there were trains, people used horses to pull carts. Ooh, much better, much better. Okay, now, but problem is now I have, notice I have my bad take and my good take. I don't want my bad take anymore, so I'm going to tap on that. I'm going to hit delete clip. Boom, there it's gone. And now let's see what this one actually looks like. Before there were trains, people used horses to pull carts. Whoa, that is so cool. I love the way that looks. All right, then they learned if they built tracks, they could pull carts much easier. So that's my next piece. I have one in here. I have a photo in here about horses pull with carts. Here you go. Here's a horse essentially pulling a train. So maybe what I want to do is maybe I want to zoom in. Where would I want to zoom in? Maybe zoom in on the tracks right here. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to start zoomed right about here, and I'm going to read it and zoom in here. All right, here we go. Then they learned that if they built tracks, they could pull the carts much easier. This was used in mines a lot. All right, let's see. I did zoom in a little fast there. Let's see how it looks. Then they learned that if they built tracks, they could pull the carts much easier. This was used in mines a lot. And that's okay. I don't mind. That's pretty good. So that's my first whole section. That's my whole introduction. Done. I have all of these, and if I want to watch them all together, I can hit the play button, and it will go all the way through all of these parts right here, back to back to back. That's the wrong introduction, but hey. Steam locomotives were an important invention that made big changes in the world. Before there were trains, transportation was difficult. It took a long time to travel from place to place. Getting goods to where they would be sold also took a long time. Not many goods could be transported at once. People were always looking for ways to move faster and travel more efficiently. Before there were trains, people used horses to pull carts. Then they learned that if they built tracks, they could pull the carts much easier. This was used in mines a lot. All right, that's pretty cool. I'm liking the way that looks. So that is the basics of adding pictures. I'm going to talk about how to add videos in the next section.